we will be voting. He said very clearly that the...
We were told we could speak here after Mr. Ashton spoke. We waited patiently. We're women that come here with great concern. We waited quietly with lots of respect, and we were told if we waited quietly, we would be given a fair chance to speak for the women in the water. We've waited, and now Mr. Ashton has spoke. Thank you very much to both of you.
Can we speak?
To my homeland. Greetings. But again, back to our urgent issue here. We have no more time. We'd like to let you continue on with your day and your process here, but we also like to have a turn to speak, and we waited patiently for you all to speak. Respect, to be respected. We've done that. Now we are asking for a respect for all of you to listen for a moment, for 10 minutes, for the next generation, for our water, for my sister mine down here to help bring forth this message that she's been traveling through territories and territories, waking up our people to stand up and unite all the women before we are all gone and disappeared.
We are still here, we are still alive. We have not given up our sovereignty to the land. These treaties were made with men. Where were our women? We are still here. And you want to talk about murdered and missing women, then listen to us.
Bonjour, Crystal Indigenous cause. Bustotem. We're here because we have some grave concerns about what's happening to the lands and waters. We looked at the agenda, we did not see anything about land and water protection. And that concerns us very much. There's no way you can focus on the issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women without considering what is happening to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is our lifeblood. She gives us life. And as women, we are water protectors. And we're very worried about this Energy East pipeline and other things that are happening to our lands, like hydro, mining, logging, everything. We don't need to do this. We're going to kill ourselves if we continue this way. Treaty 3 says they will stop this pipeline. So as neighbors, I ask that you respect their position and say no to Energy East pipeline, because they are the protectors of 30% of the fresh water in Ontario. We're running out of water. The earth is running out of water. And not to mention the climate. Climate change is here. You build this pipeline, you allow it to go through, we're all going to perish in a few decades. You can't eat water, you can't eat oil, you can't drink oil. Let's look at alternatives like wind energy, solar energy. We say no. Bill C-51 is not going to stop us. That law that they want to pass, it's not going to apply to any of us. So we're here because we want to know and find out which one of you here are on our side. Who supports us? Who supports the people who are going to be protecting the land and the water for all of your grandchildren? Please identify yourself. Miigwech.
Together and working together with all our education and all our forces and all our resources that we have. We should be working together as a unified people to have a direct action plan coming from our leadership to hand down to the grassroots, so we all know that we're all working together to protect our women and our children. Don't we love our women? Don't you love your wives? Don't you love your daughters or your grandmothers? Think about it. What action have our leadership taken other than standing around begging for the government to look at this, to inquire, while our children are constantly in the news, our women being chopped up and disregarded constantly? For how many more generations are we going to be asking for an inquiry? We need, as grassroots people, our leadership to do what they say they can do and be leaders and sit together and come up with their own action plan, so that you can help hand it down to the people, so we know where we can work and who is our leaders that are going to help us to address this urgent issue. Because without the women, we have no nation. We have no tomorrow. Here's my sister.
Bonjour. You gotta keep Indigenous because my name. You guys know me as Joe. I'm from Roseau, so-called Roseau River. I've been vocal in so many issues regarding the land, the waters, and those yet to come. We are sick and tired of the system that you guys follow by selling us out. Quit selling us out. You guys are the ones that are putting our lives on the line because we're going to stand against that pipeline. And if it means some of us will have to be casualties, well, let it be, but we're going to stand up. And you guys need to fight that. To me, you're not even my leaders, because I do not acknowledge what Canada has done to our country, this continent. It is a lie based on murder, lies, stealing, and you guys are only governing a system that's oppressing us so that we don't protect the land and be occupied. You guys are even making us the enemy. Our own sisters out there are making us enemies because we stand up. There's a lot of oppression that goes on so bad. And you guys, you old boys club, we know your games. We're sick of your games. It's disgusting. You need to go back and remember you have daughters, you have cookums, you have aunties, and you have grandchildren yet to come. That's why we're here. We're not the enemy. Enemy is industry, corporation, and government. And now, sad to say, even our own people. And do you know how hard it is to stand? To tell our own people? Heck, they would love to see you dead when you're vocal. They'll put you down. They'll make you look like you're a welfare case. Make fun of you like that. Or call you bimbo or airhead. But we know we are the voice, and we are obligated. We are loyal. We have responsibilities, and we will do it. And we need our people to stand with us. We're all going to die off. We have a generation yet that need water. And you guys are in this position here. All of you guys are in a position to fight stuff like Bill C-51 and all these numbers that they're throwing at us, only to kill us. That's what all these bills are in place, to steal more resources. And quit lying about telling the people we need the fair share of the resources. That's a lie. And we will continue to confront. We will continue to confront anyone that sells us out. We're not scared of you anymore with your lies. And if there's people here, chiefs, that you support, the grassroots people, then we need to know who you are so that we can work with you. Even though we don't like that system. Who here loves Mother Earth? Can I see your hands? Who loves Mother Earth? Okay, now who sold out to Enbridge? Raise your hands. Are you that ashamed to admit that you sold out to Enbridge?
Not yet.
Or to pipeline? Or to logging? Or mining? There is a war in this continent on our women. And we're the casualties. We're disappearing like crazy. I helped search for some of our missing sisters out there.
I have a question. Some of the young people my age, some of my friends, have stopped talking to me because of what I believe in. And it's really sad that our young people are getting groomed by leadership to not speak out. And I just want to say that because the young people are the future. So if they need to speak out, let them speak out. Don't tell them that not to associate with people like us. We're not enemies. We're good people. We're human beings. So when you use the word protester, that to me is dehumanizing, because all we're doing is living up to our responsibilities as land and water protectors. That's just one thing I wanted to say. Thanks. You wish.
So you've heard from our women. I guess the next step would be not just to come over here and rant, but to bring a message to wake everybody up to hear the reality of what's going on day in and day out. Because you're so involved in what you're doing with your own communities, we're here to let you know that the young children, the young women especially, are being exploited. All right, they're being exploited and they're being lured because of our poverty situations into other situations that lead them to working in the streets. And they get lured there with the illusion of money because we've never had any. And that's why us women here today that come from these poverty situations, that come from survivors of survivors, we are the survivors of the survivors. And because of that, it's up to us to unify and wake up everybody else, to come together and work together to resolve these issues of our murdered and missing Indigenous women. But also the more crucial matter here today is that for the women that are here today that are alive, that have young women that are growing up, that have daughters, that have granddaughters, we need to be concerned. You need to be told by our leadership that there is a war on our women, that they are being tortured, they're being exploited, and they're going missing, and nobody is batting an eye, including our own men. So we need a call. And today, we want you all to spend the rest of the time with this thought in your head that we are looking for direct action. We are looking for our leadership, if that's what you call yourself, to step forward and be those leaders in a good way from the heart, not from the pocket and what's to gain, because that's not going to help us. That's not going to help. What we need is for you all to concentrate now on what you can do as Anishinaabe leaders so that we, as grassroots people, can contact whoever you appoint, a few people, that we can all start strategizing and coming up with an action plan. We need that action plan now. We needed it yesterday. Now we cannot have, and I have children growing up, I have young women underneath me, and I don't let them go to the city because of the fear of them going missing. Not because they go party, not because they drink and do drugs, but because they're good Anishinaabe girls that I have, nieces, that could go disappearing, could disappear tomorrow if I let them go into the city. That's my fear. Why should us red-skinned women live in so much fear? For how many more generations are we going to be living like this? I know I'm tired, and now we're here today to ask whoever else is fed up to join us, to strategize, because we don't have the answers. We only have heart. We have heart and we have obligation to our next generation. So we're asking everybody here today to keep that in mind, to get a hold of us, to work with us. We don't want to fight with our own people. We want to work with our people.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Katie.
There's a grandmother out there that has posters out there that wants help with decolonizing the mines. So why don't you support a Kukum out there who's wants to do something for the people, and she's a grandmother. So that's one way of supporting, is sending one person from the community Help her out. There's different people here that do things that need help. Help them out, especially the mothers and the families of the missing and murdered. I know a lot of them out there that have a hard time and they struggle. Not even their own band will help them out. Unless it's a girl that went missing at the moment, and then it's a popularity thing, which is disgusting. Support these families. Open your hearts. We're Anishinaabe. Help them out with groceries, food, bills. If you can't search, help them that way. Those are important things. Stop selling us out, because some of us are willing to die. To stop it. So we quit.
Thank you, everybody, for your time. And we look forward to hearing from somebody. We're here.